Hi guys, this is Nuku again. This is the final episode of my special series on what is it in life that you really want from Crazy Happy Mommy. So as you can see in my car, I'm back in my driveway in front of my house, back in Bloomington, Minnesota. Came back from Palm Springs on Friday. So I was there for 5 days with my parents, and I loved it. You know, I really loved it. And I have my notes here. I'm covering some points that must be addressed to you. My audience of one, maybe I have about 4 people now watching me, but I really appreciate that you're tuning in to information that I have to share with you. This video might go over 5 minutes, but I think it will be worth your time. But I promise you it won't go over 10 minutes. So anyway, today is it's a beautiful October day, and I'm ready to wrap this up. So let's get started. Let's do it. Your girl got you covered. Let's do it. Okay, what is in life that you really, really want? What is it? You know, whether it's to minimalize your life so that you're not hoarding things in your closet or your garage, or you know, making your life like insane and crazy busy where you don't have time to focus. You know, what is that one thing that you really want in life? You know, is it to go back to school, finish your degree, you know, your undergrad, your graduate degree, get another certification, to get promoted if you work in a corporate environment in a large organization? Is it, you know, you want to get that title, you want to get that office, you know, you want to get that parking spot, you want to be on that incentive plan? You know, what is it? What is it in your career and your life, your personal, your family life, and your business, educational, professional life that you want? You know, you have to think through these things. And, you know, it helps write it down because it tracks this information. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about everything in your life, you know. Or is it, or are there toxic people in your life that you want to like phase out of contact with, you know? Which is, you know, that's very easy to do. Just don't return their calls, right? Or is it there are people in your life that you want to get to know better, you know? That's also relatively easy to do. You know, just reach out to them and make connections, network. So a big thing for a lot of women is travel. They want to spend more time traveling, because I think the reason why people are drawn to travel is because it takes you out of your ordinary existence, your daily grind, and so you're able to you know, kind of look at things in a new, vivid ways, you know, because you're in a different environment. So I think that is the essence of why people like to travel, and just discovering new foods and new culture, new people, new localities and local spots. But you know, you don't have to go far from home in order to cultivate the sense of discovery. You know, you can do that internally in your everyday life and locally. And on, you know, a lower budget. But, you know, sometimes you do need to splurge and get on an airplane and go to a different location as well. So you have to ask yourself that deep, focused, and important question in your life. What is it in life that you really, really want and crave and dream of? What is it? You know, from when you were a little girl, think through the ages, you know, of your life and the stages of your life. Think it through. You know, if you're dissatisfied or unhappy or just feeling discontent right now, you know, you really got to get down and dirty and do that work of asking yourself, asking you, what is in life that you really want? A lot of women just want a better, you know, family life, better, you know, happier, more romantic life with their husband or their significant other. Some women who are single, they want to find someone, you know, they want to get married, and some women, do, some goals. Now this is one of my goals that I'm working on. This is very hard for me, but it's to get fit, to lose weight, exercise, eat better, get healthy. This is a big one, guys. This is absolutely, you know what? I think this is actually the should be the most, the priority in everyone's life, but that's just my opinion. Getting healthy and fit, very important. So, like for me, okay, so I'm just going to give you an example of the homework that I've been doing to get down and deep as to what is it that I want, Nuku, what do I want out of life? This is some of the things that I've been doing. And a lot of my information, my content is based on self-motivation, online research. A lot of it is book reading. A lot of it is talking to people, all the people in my life, especially women, especially among women, friends and relatives, and just learning from them and learning from mentors and teachers, just, a lifelong adventure and knowledge seeking life. That's what, I've always been that way, into self-development and progress and so forth. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example of how to do this. So this is what I came up with, and it took me time to think about it. And as I said, I went on a kind of like a personal retreat to Palm Springs with my parents. The reason why my parents too is because they were my first mentors. They were my first gurus in life. They taught me so much in my childhood. And they replenish my sense of basic family values, which are three key things: love, caring for each other, having patience. Because my dad is 87 years old now, and my mom is in her early 80s as well. They're elderly, and I work in such a fast-paced corporate environment, virtual, that I'm go. I'm like, when I log on, it's like go, until I log off. Now peak season, our busy season is very long. It runs like from approximately February until like midsummer, July. And so it, from that time frame in my life, it's just go, project after project. And I'm a proposal consultant in a healthcare company, healthcare corporation. So anyway, but I had to take this retreat with my parents because they reminded me to slow down, as I led my dad through the airport, and as I spent time with him and I took evening strolls with my dad, I realized I really have to slow down. I have to walk really slow as I guide him through the by the sidewalks. I wanted to jog, wanted to listen to my music, but I had to slow down, and be with my dad, who is elderly, and my mom. I took them to a lavender farm and a farm to table restaurant at this farm, and my mom, her legs were aching, so she couldn't really walk further away, further down the farm kind of planting area and field. So it being with seniors and senior citizens and older people, it really forces you, and it forced me to slow down. So I needed that kind of retreat. So I did a lot of deep thinking while I was on this retreat to California, and I did a lot of reflection. My mom prayed a lot for the family, and I also prayed. I didn't pray as hard and as long as I was intending to, but I did pray to God. I spoke to God, and God gave me some inspiration and some messages that I needed to hear for my creative life. But in terms of my personal, what is in life that you really want? I came up with a list of 4. So number 1 is getting healthy and fit. I'm training for my second 5K run next year. Eating clean, exercising daily, and as you see, I have my exercising outfit on. My, what does it say? It says, gosh, working like a boss. That's what this t-shirt says. That's my 8-year-old. She loves saying that, like a boss. Anyway, so my first goal what is in life that I really want? My first goal is getting healthy and fit, right? So eating clean, exercising, meal planning, meal prepping, which, you know, I'm about to do after I get done with this recording, training for my next 5K run, number one. So that's it. And a part of getting healthy and fit was to do a total kind of like get my annual done, my physical exams, you know, like I had this mole, I thought it was cancerous, but I had to get that exam and it turns out not to be cancerous. So I was so happy and relieved earlier this year. So, you know, any kind of health concerns you have, you want to check up on that, you know, take stock of your physical fitness and health. If you smoke or drink, you know, you want to cut down, you know, really, you know, stop smoking. If you do smoke, that's one of the worst. I think it's like the number 2 worst thing you can do for your health. So number 2, one of my personal goals is relaunching my writing career. So I'm more to come on this, but I'm completely retooling my writing career. And I've been doing some research about how to do this, how to do a career makeover. So this is underway because basically what this means for me professionally is to enter a new writing market, you know, away from kind of the corporate healthcare kind of writing market to enter a different, completely different writing professionally paying market. So that was my number 2. That's a biggie for me. Number 3 is my next home. My husband and I bought our starter home a couple years ago, 6 years ago, and we're ready for our next property. We're hoping it will be our forever home. You know, we intend to keep it and keep it in the family. So we're, you know, targeting maybe a farmhouse property in Minnesota. We'll see how that goes. So that's a biggie as well. That's probably a 3-year plan there. And then number 4 is my bucket list travels. I've traveled a lot on the continental U.S. A couple years ago when I was still single, I made a list of all the cities, all the major metro area and cities I wanted to hit in the USA, like New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Seattle. And I hit all those cities, you know, relatively quickly. And, you know, just making long weekend getaway trips. And now I'm prepping to make a new bucket list of travels on, you know, in the U.S. and then also internationally, starting with Maine. So my husband and I went there when we were single, and now next summer we're going to take our kids there for a long vacation before we really get down and dirty and focus on our next property search. So as you can see, my goals are pretty, you know, average and common to you know, most women. A lot of this really is about organizing your life, you know, taking stock and just really organizing your life, you know, brainstorming and taking all the chaos of your life and putting it down and narrowing and focusing and prioritizing what's important, and, you know, living each day and each moment that will contribute toward your goal and your target destination with your goals. So this is just a simple exercise that you know, I spent the last week doing, you know, and I'm able to do that in this time frame because, you know, I had 2 weeks off from my very busy, crazy corporate writing work job. So I'm able to dedicate time to that. So I would encourage you to kind of take a similar approach, you know, and organize your life and think through everything, and then jot it down on a piece of paper and just work through those items, you know, as a task, point by point. And, you know, over time, it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy. But this is something that, that, you know, is simple to do. And I believe everyone should just, you know, kind of do it, you know. Brainstorm about what is it in life that you really want and desire. 2, take some time to meditate, think through, pray, spiritual guidance, retreat with your favorite, you know, with your the Yodas in your life, your gurus, whether it's your parents, your BFFs, you know, your sister, your cousin, whoever, your teacher, your boss, whoever. Take some, you know, get your, you know, crew together, think through, you know, replenish, read books, you know, absorb knowledge, watch Oprah on YouTube, whatever you need to do. And then write down your goals, you know, probably set, 1 to 3 to 4, probably no more than 5 goals. And then just, just keep them, if you journal, keep them in a journal, or if not, a whiteboard or something, or just in your head. And then just, remind yourself of that. Work towards that every day. You have to do something toward that every day. Okay. So anyway, 15 minutes. I went over 10 minutes. So please, forgive me. In the future, I won't go too long. So, so have a great week. And take time to care for yourself and exercise and eat and enjoy your children, your loved ones. And be sure to call your mom. Bye.